Yo, what is up guys? I'm here hitting up with a new Etheria video today with my updated Doki speed team, which you'll probably see in the thumbnail or whatever, because I felt like now with the 4x event, 2x event, however you want to call it at the end of the day, I think it's a perfect time now to actually talk about what kind of teams we're using here. But I really don't want to make a showcase of all my teams because otherwise the video might get too long, stuff like that. But I think a lot of you guys are curious about what's really good for Doki and what can you do like to speed up the process, right, and what works and what does not work. And yeah, that's basically what it's all about today. But before we jump into the quick thing in eigene Sache, guys, because I also kind of want to know your opinion on that, so I was streaming today and I actually hit Mythic in RTA. Yeah, it was just a casual grind for me. I got into Mythic with 68 games in total. I have an 85% win rate. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see like a highlight video maybe of my RTA grind today. I actually had a 29 win streak today. I almost got a 30 win streak today, but then I actually queued into my guildmate. My guildmate knew my picks, but I had no idea what his picks are. So that's why it was like a close match and he caught me off guard with a Hoyan pick. So I couldn't get my 30 win streak, but nonetheless, I got into Mythic. Let me know if you want to see like a highlight video or if you want to see like maybe a Mythic or maybe even an RTA guide and how you want to draft and stuff like that and what you need to pay attention to, stuff like that. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious if you guys want to see that. I make a video about it because this game at the end of the day is all about PvP, right? Now, since we talked about this, guys, and yeah, hey, in case you're new, subscribe. I basically upload every single day. Now, outside of that, the one thing we want to talk about for this video in particular is Doki, and I just want to show you what my current team is. I really like the idea that they added that double consumption thing, especially now with the 2x event going on. We always stack our stamina, right? But for myself, I already I already used everything. I already spent like around 8,000 stamina today, which was quite fast. Now I think this double consumption thing really helps, and I think it's a really good solution overall, because at the end of the day, we sit here and we just spend a lot of stamina and takes a lot of time and so on and so forth. So this allows us just to speed up the process slightly because we do not have the time all weekend long to do it. Maybe we have like one day set up, and this allows us to speed up the process. So here is my team. As you can see, this is my current Doki lineup, kind of similar to what I used to run. Like before, I used my Freya, but now I replaced Freya for Nymphonial actually, because Nymphonial's S3 is so powerful, it just speeds up my entire team. I think most of you guys might know that setup, maybe not, but let's talk about it in terms of how this team functions. So the first two units that move are RC77 and Lily in the lineup. It really doesn't matter who moves first or who moves second, but I show you the stats basically. So this Lily is on 300 speed on a Jackal guard. It really doesn't matter too much. It's like whatever, she just needs to be fast enough, and that's really about it. I would aim for around 285 speed at least, because that allows her to move before the minions here, and then apply the speed buff, which allows the rest of your team to move as well, right? Then we have the RC77, which is a core unit and important unit of this lineup at the end of the day, because for RC77 it just combos very well with the Kazuyu. So this is my RC77. The one thing that is important about this guy is he needs to be on Codex, right? So you want to build him on Codex, and you want to build him with enough accuracy. 240 accuracy does he have on mine, and I think what you need for him is make sure that he has a level 3 on his S3, because that increases his chance to land the attack break and the defense break. And then we have the Messiah, the Nymphonial, and the Kazuyu. So for the Nymphonial, you can build her whatever, just decently fast. and that's about it. She doesn't need much, guys. She legitimately does just speed. Like, she doesn't need HP, she just does nothing. That's the only value we look at, speed, and that's about it. So the reason why my Nymphonial is actually on Gigabyte is because of this synergy effect. Because I have this is my PvE Gigabyte shell, okay, if you want to say so. This is my PvE Gigabyte shell, and this one has synergy. So when the Animus applies healing or shield in battle, increases the target's final damage dealt by 1.5% up to 5 stacks. Now what happens is she applies that buff as free here and basically gives my Messiah 1.5% final damage. And that's about it when it comes to this particular effect. Outside of that, you want to have like that level 3. I don't think you need it necessarily for that build, yes, but outside of like this is just for perfection for one-shot purposes, but basically no skill ups works too. If you can get it to level 3, even better. And then not last but not least, but like then you have the Kazuyo also standard, like speedish with enough accuracy. Very important is the codex part, but I think you guys already know that. And all that needs to happen is the RC77 moves first. So the RC77 applies the attack break, and once the attack break is on the targets, this allows now the Kazuyo to land her CC more frequently, more consistent. Yeah, it's overall more consistent if you combo 77 with Kazuyo. Last but not least, we have the Messiah. I switched my Messiah. My Messiah is not on momentum anymore. He's not on what is it called, revelation anymore, because I personally, for myself, I just don't need it. Okay, so I personally don't need it. I go rather with count. I have my count here with my stats on Keen Eye Fury and Fury Edge. With these stats, obviously I know people will be saying, oh, he's P5, oh, so many stats, I don't have it. Yeah, you probably don't have the stats, correct. But here's the thing, because this is where the other way, like other playstyle comes in. Basically, you use whatever you want. You can use your momentum, okay? You can use momentum, you can use fury, and then if you have like a revelation shell, use that revelation shell as well, because that functions also fairly well. The reason why I have this now is because with my build, I'm able to one-shot the middle boss, okay? But outside of that, I will show you why I'm using this build. Now let's just start this run here so you see what happens. So this is basic standard. Thank God they fixed RC77's animation because it was kind of scuffed. Now we get this now the buff on the Messiah, which is the Rhyme Bloom effect. Okay, here everybody is CC'd, and then boom boom, it was down. That's nothing new, that's nothing crazy right at the end of the day. And then we do the follow-up. So we do the exact same thing, reset the Messiah, that he gets his stuff going, right? And then she does her S2, and then we CC everybody. And here's where the Messiah just does 2 S3s, and this is where damage fluctuation comes in. Okay, guys, this is where damage fluctuation comes in. Sometimes he kills, sometimes he doesn't. If I would have maxed out my count, he would kill. But the biggest actually factor here is what you can do if you run, for example, it doesn't matter if you run count or revelation. This is something you need to test for yourself, what nets you more damage, because maybe if you don't get that much damage, theoretically a momentum and a, what is it called again, a momentum and a revelation might work better for you. So this run is scuffed now because we did not remove the damage mitigation, which is kind of interesting because this is actually the first time me seeing that this thing did not happen. But I will skip now to the next run to show you the ideal lineup, because it doesn't make sense now for me to wait here. So I'll see you in a minute when we come back to the run after this, because this is like 1 out of 50 runs occasions where we are not gonna CC the team and they just survive. Okay, now we are back here and we are at the second wave, showing you this one more time so you know what's going on here. So we do the S3, then Lily stuff, as you know, all the good stuff really. And based on that, how it looks like, I think this boss is about to die here. Boom boom, 2 hits and it kills, and we have a 35-second run. Super damn fast, super damn reliable. I know you probably, and I think around 99% of you guys are probably not going to one-shot the middle boss, but that's not the point. The fact is though, because of the Nymphonial in the lineup, I can now actually one-shot the middle. Like, that was never a thing, my team never changed. So I just had Freya instead of the Nymphonial. But now with the Nymphonial, I can actually one-shot the middle boss. But outside of that, even if you don't have enough damage to one-shot that, that's like whatever at this point. The real important part is, with their team lineup now, you can guarantee killing all the minions on the sides, right, on the left and the right, and you get the boss like actually super low, like easily below 50% health. And then if you get that with the Lily and get like 2 hits or something, you're probably averaging around like a 40 to 42 second run, and it's basically GG. This is like this is my most consistent farming team in general. It just does its job every single time, except for the one thing you just saw. I actually have never seen that before. But yeah, this also happens from time to time. But I wanted to share my new 35-second team, especially now with Nymphonia together. And I really, by the way, guys, I really enjoy Nymphonia. I use her in a lot of places. I use her in PvP and PvE, both places, like a lot. So I really like and enjoy her. So for people who still did not pull for her and I still thinking should you pull or not, this might be a video that proves to you or shows you the potential of an Nymphonial in general, and you might want to get her or not, but that's just like another showcase. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. This is already the basic gist of it, guys. So hey, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it, and see you with the next one. Deuces.